In March 1996, I woke up one morning and very clearly I heard in my head the words, "Rejoice always." I knew that was in the Bible, 1 Thessalonians 5:16. I knew also that the original Greek text says, "Always rejoice." I also knew that two verses later it says, "And everything give thanks, for this is the will of God for you in Christ Jesus." For those of you who are wondering about the will of God in your life, here's a good place to start. In everything, give thanks, for this is the will of God. At that time in my life, rejoicing was the furthest thing from my mind. Rejoicing has never been easy for me, though I've gotten a little better with that, but I was a very unhappy person. I didn't know that I had cancer yet, but I did know that God had spoken to me, and it was what I had to do. It was the hardest thing I'd ever done. I started thanking God for how unhappy I was. I thanked God for all the things I didn't like about my life. Whatever else was going on in my life, I knew God wanted me to always rejoice and in everything give thanks. I didn't find out about the cancer until September, and I believe that God wanted to give me a running start here so that my mind would be headed in the right direction. There's a long story here. I even wrote a book about it called The Importance of Healing. I'm not trying to sell you a book, but I'm trying to help you learn about God. They wanted me to start chemo right away, but I told them that I wanted to wait. I'd had young kids. I had told them that if they had problems, to ask God for help. I thought it was premature to just rush into this without seeking God first. Long story short, they tested me again in December, and the tests were normal. Now, a lot more went on in those months between March and December, but starting to rejoice and give thanks was the first step. And it's God's will anyway.